It took 60 years. The efforts of 2 generations of scientists had finally come to fruition. History would now witness its definite turning point. Our team was filled with joy. Words just failed to express. Now we could control time. The machine's construction was over. We were running the final test when suddenly a note appeared on the table. The title read, "The experiment was a success." It was dated as 5 hours and 10 minutes from your time. We were all cheering and screaming in joy as we read that. All 5 of us were jumping up and down, dancing in celebration because now the war didn't have to go through wars. No tragedy would hurt another soul. We were all committed to this. If the experiments worked, we would never disclose our invention to anyone. We would never let any government become aware of its existence. We made a pact to travel to the past and erase all factors that led to wars, racism, or dictatorships. We were practically cleaning any evil or bloodthirsty figure from history. It was now time for our first trip. All the stress and tension had caught up with the team. What if the project failed? The slightest mistake could erase us from existence in its entirety. But our goal was clear. We were willing to risk everything for doing this. We had made a list of all the individuals and perpetrators of tyranny and corruption throughout the history. The first destination was already set. April 20, 1889, a small town in Austria. It was time to make Adolf Hitler non-exist in our history. The operation was successfully carried out. The war only saw Hitler for a few hours, and then we came back to our time, bristled with the greatest of feelings. We immediately looked up Hitler's names on the internet and no results were found. Then we searched World War II and came across something we didn't expect at all. The war had happened. With the exact number of casualties, with the same nations involved, and all the tragedies the Nazis ever caused. The only difference? They were led by someone else. Even all those Hollywood World War II movies had been made with the same cast and by the same directors. Only the Führer was not called Hitler. The whole team were staggered. We had done everything according to plan. We had erased Hitler from history, but the war had remained the same. Not the slightest bit changed. We were convinced that we had definitely made a mistake, so we approached the time machine again. This time, we set the destination to 1957, Saudi Arabia. Our target was Bin Laden. Now we eliminated the target, having done enough research and with everything taken into account. We returned to our time and immediately looked them up online. Yes, no individual existed by the name of Bin Laden. But all the terrorist acts, with the exact details, had occurred. The tragic 9/11 attack, the bombings, all had still happened like before. Only the names of culprits were changed. Even the killing of terrorist leader by the US was done in the exact same manner. We tried the same thing over and over again, and nothing changed in the course of history. We spent many years researching again, upgrading our invention. Nothing changed. Time was not how we perceived it. The origin and destination points were already determined. We could just change its course and the agents involved. Our hope gradually turned to dismay. We burned down all the documents and notes, dismantled the machine we had built. Our team fell apart. Everyone was gone, and now, after 2 months, I have not heard anything from them. It was all written in stone, and no, there was no before nor after. What was supposed to happen would happen. All my efforts after 35 years had led to nothing. Is there a point in making efforts at all?